Well, hello, hello, hello. My name is Somethingkindacool, aka Scar, and welcome to World's Edge, a server that one of my best friends, Max, runs. We are going to be diving into a whole new world. I have a lot of ideas for what we're going to be doing here. You can see I've already gotten started. I found a place to set up in this like snowy terrain area. I've already got some materials going. Mostly just to get started. I was going to record a bit of, finding the location, caving, all that boring stuff. But then I ended up just doing it off camera while I was house sitting for my sister Nova. So I didn't exactly have the recording software going. But I assure you it was boring. It was boring. I was literally just finding a location and getting some materials. You don't want to see that anyway. So yeah, I originally wasn't even going to really record on this series. I was just gonna, take a break, play some relaxing Minecraft, and then I had several ideas of what we can do here. And I also want to try some new things. I want to work on some farms, some redstone. I don't normally do that sort of thing. So I thought that would be interesting and really help get us set up here. My main priority for today's episode is to really get started up. I have a whole base idea that is going to... It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. If you know me, I like to go big with my builds. And iron stuff, I still have a resource pack on, so we're just gonna ignore that. Iron stuff is not gonna cut it. It's just not. I want to get shulkers, I want to get elytras. Shulkers are probably the most important thing for all the resources we're going to need. If you want to know, a bit of my planning is we're going to need a lot of materials for this, which is why we want shulkers. But basically, I've had a really good idea that it didn't come to me at night and then I couldn't stop thinking about it or anything, and then I decided I need to make a video on it. That didn't happen, not at all. But what I want to do here is, I can probably show you on a flashback, but I don't have free cam currently. I need to do a whole bunch of mod updating since we're on the newer version. But basically, this whole area here is covered in snow, which I wanted, for my idea, which is I want to build some kind of empire or a castle or a village, something like that, especially because we already have a village here. It's going to be a lot easier to move villages around and have them sort of in the background of our buildings, which is going to be a major project, and we're not getting started on that today. It's gonna be big. But what we are gonna get started on today is my other idea. To go with the sort of village themed, my idea is to have it so this village was attacked by some sort of massive snowstorm or some kind of entity, or I don't know, dragon, or something that is gonna appear later. I haven't thought it all through yet. That's why I'm not going deep into it today, because I haven't thought of everything. But then I found this spot right next to where we were, and I really love the sort of floating islands, and it's just very interesting terrain, and I want to use this somehow. It's obviously not very far away. We took a short walk here. So what I'm going to do today is a starter base or area. It's a starter thingy. Starter thingy. That's what we're going to call it. It's a starter thingy. So my thoughts behind this is that one of these village houses, or whatever you want to call them, one of these, which isn't going to look like that because the the base game village it's a little basic for my taste. I mean, it's nice. I like that they added the new snowier thing, even though it's been around for ages. I'm old. This isn't gonna quite cut it for me. So we are going to whisk away one of these village houses that are going to not look like that, because we're going to change the whole village later, but again, that's a different project. To one of these floating islands, which is going to need a lot of terraforming, so that's going to be so fun. So we're going to do a whole bunch of terraforming, and we're going to place one of the new village houses upon them. Sort of, while it was a giant snowstorm, it picked up one of the buildings and plopped it on these islands. That's sort of the vibe we're going for. You will see. You will see. I'm sure I'm going to add in a time lapse here. So enjoy. So, down here in my secret little area, even though no one's online, anyway, still decided to keep it a little bit of a secret. This is our enchanting setup. You can see we've got no books. We need to work on that. That is going to be our first job, and getting the cows ready and the sugarcane ready. But for this, I decided I'm gonna make farms. This series, I'm gonna make farms. And if you know me, I'm pretty okay at building. I'm pretty alright. But when it comes to my redstone, I'm even better. So even though I am an absolute expert in redstone, we're gonna need some help. And because I have no, really good redstoners online, except for myself, I'm probably going to look up some tutorials and build them probably over here. I want to make a little area for all of the farms we're going to be making. Alrighty, well, I'm here down at my spider farm. By the way, I built a spider farm. We're getting some... Just a little update. We're getting some gear. As you can see, we are full diamond now, mostly fully enchanted. I need some feather falling, otherwise I am just gonna fall off cliffs and die. This is almost done. We have some I can't remember what the... Oh, we have some sweeping edge ready to go back at the base. I just need to get my levels up, and this is it's getting there. As far as mending goes, this one already has it. We have a villager upstairs ready to do that. And yeah, we have some farms going, and we are getting there. We are getting there. Hopefully today we are going to go to the end, maybe defeat the dragon. We need to get a bow first, and do a couple other little things. And then maybe we can actually get to building. Maybe I'll do that first. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to deafen you now, and bye! I have hostile creatures turned down. Okay, so we're a little bit more geared up. Not great. I do wish I at least had some more arrows. But anyway, we're gonna do something fun now, because I'm bored of doing time lapses and all the gearing up. I'm tired of it, so we're gonna go straight to the end. We're gonna go to the nether first, because I need more of this good stuff, and then we're gonna go defeat the dragon by ourselves, because I'm lonely. I had a whole segment planned and everything, but turns out my video software hates me, so you couldn't hear Max or Rico. I swear they were there. Even though my last clip doesn't say so. They were there. So I have this extremely speed up version of me killing the dragon. Cool. Blah 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 blah. Yappa yappa yappa. That's all I am. I'm a yappa. Alright. We're cut.